One of the most flexible cards in Magic the Gathering's history, in my opinion, is this chick, Spellseeker, okay? And she just has the ability to let you get almost anything you want from your deck. And I don't think that there is nearly enough information, brainstorming, and, discussion about this card on the internet. So, as the first video on this channel, and much more to come, I think that we absolutely need to talk about this. And it might go so far as being a series, but before we jump in, you let me know, what are your favorite Spellseeker targets in the comments below, and if I showed you something that you didn't think of before, then you're going to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That'll do it for the intro. Let's jump right in. I'm excited. Let's get it. What's up, guys? My name's Mike. Online, I go by MtgJedi. If you've been around the Eastern US Magic tournament scene for a long time, you may remember me as a grinder, a writer for Quiet Speculation. I've done a lot of things over the years, and now I'm jumping back in with another YouTube channel covering Magic the Gathering, and I'm excited to talk about Spellseeker today. This unassuming ghetto background is actually the perfect angle to showcase these cards, and I have my OG Dragon Shield playmat, here for us as well. Just maybe this will be forever, who knows, but for now it's temporary. So I want to talk about Spellseeker. And you can be playing this in basically any commander deck, and as long as you have some spells that cost 0 to 2. Any converted mana cost 2 or less. It is so flexible. You can do whatever you want with it, depending on your commander. And although it may be a little bit more expensive than you want to spend on a card, depending on your budget, this is a card that you're just going to reuse a million times in so many different ways. Okay, so let's start with the basics, okay? Let's say you want to put this in your deck, then you're probably going to want to put some little cantrips in there. Okay, whether that's Ponder, Brainstorm, whether that's Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand, and oh, how perfect was that? I got it on the first try. I recorded the intro in my head like 20 times. This one I got on the first try. Anyway, you're going to want some kind of card draw cantrips. Whatever your favorite flavor, whatever you already own, works perfectly with the Spellseeker, okay? But you also probably want a couple of counter spells. So, yes, we have these cantrips as good options, but throw in a good old counter spell, okay? And then whatever your favorite flavor of other counter spells, put at least one other option in there too, okay? Maybe you want a bounce spell, that's your choice, okay? We'll go over my favorites in just a moment, but you can probably guess based on the ones that are sleeved. If you wanted to do a little Sherlock Holmesing of yourself ahead of time, the ones that are sleeved are more likely to be the ones that I'm using. Okay, now, I am running her right now in an Esper deck, so we're going to go to white next. And I think white is the craziest combination to pair with her. If you are running white, find a copy, shell out the money, buy the next set that contains freaking Ephemerate. I honestly think this is the best white spell of all time. Second would be probably Swords to Plowshares. But Ephemerate is ridiculous. Okay? When you cast Spellseeker on turn 4, or with 4 mana, whatever that is for you. That could be turn 2, whatever. Spellseeker, go gets Ephemerate. Ephemerate, blink Spellseeker. Then you just get another card for free. And then Ephemerate comes in. So basically, Spellseeker plus Ephemerate turns into 2 other spells, like a Fragmentize, for example. So you take out someone's best creature, you take out someone's best artifact or enchantment, all for this 3 mana tutor. Okay? And I don't really care for tutors that well in Magic the Gathering, especially in Commander, but this is the type of tutor that I get on board with, okay? It's a situational tutor. You have very strong limitations and it's fun. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that's not good enough justification for a guy who says he doesn't like tutors, but you tell me. All right, so then you also have your other blink effects in addition to your utility spells. And that would be things like Momentary Blink, Cloud Shift, Otherworldly Journey. Momentary Blink is literally the perfect fit. Okay, so if you want a more budget option than your Ephemerate, okay, go get a Momentary Blink. It's the same thing, it just costs more, and you can split it up on the turns. Okay, now once you have gotten through your white cards, okay? I think I forgot to mention Splash Portal on blue, but I wanted to save it for the blink cards as another option for a blink spell, and then bonus points if you're actually running the frog, otter, rat, bird stuff. So if you're running Spellseeker in your Chocobo deck, for example, or your Rats deck, or if you're a true connoisseur, your frog or otter deck, then you're going to get to draw another card. So that's another good option as well if you're running a blink card. Moving on to black, since I said we're going to be running this in Esper colors, I think an alternate to the blink is going to be returning things like as they dies triggers essentially. And Malakir Rebirth is one of the slickest cards you can combine with Spellseeker. If you're running blue-black anything with Spellseeker, get a copy of this card. Because what it does is this, okay? Not only do you get your dies trigger, but you also get a way to search for a land with your spell card. It's insane. You turn your Spellseeker into a Farfinder that gets you the Malakir Rebirth so that you can hit your land drop. And that's perfect on turn 4 when you kept a sketchy hand and then you need to get your way out of it. You turn your Spellseeker into a Farfinder. You get your basic land and it goes onto the battlefield, okay? Now, what you can also do is just cast this for its front side. But these double cards, you know, where you have the ability and the land, is one of the best ways to improve your commander decks. Throw a couple of these in there. They're just very good extra effects. I mean, how can you go wrong? Okay, the other 2 black cards that I really like combining in here is going to be Dark Ritual and Persist. So you can get Spellseeker with Dark Ritual with Spellseeker. And then on turn 4, you go to 6 mana, which is a really significant boost and can do all kinds of crazy things for your commander deck. Also, it gives you a recursive way to either get back the Spellseeker from the graveyard and then loop that because it's going to kill each other. Okay, puts a -1/-1 counter on it. It's going to go back to the graveyard. Okay, if you have a way to recur that spell, then you can continue that loop. Otherwise, you can just persist some big, you know, Titan or whatnot from your graveyard. Great combination, great flexibility with the black cards. But there is one thing that people always forget when it comes to Spellseeker, and that is the ability to get X spells. So we have Mind Spring to draw cards, Martial Coup to kill the board, Profane Command for its tons of flexibility, okay? I am not one to read all of the text on the cards. I apologize if you want me to do that. I mean, you can put that in the comments and let me know. But Spellseeker just cares about the converted mana cost, okay? So all of these spells are converted mana cost too. Massacre, Butcher, what is it? Anyway, that black X spell, I think it's an enchantment though, so I don't think you can get that. But that's the type of things that we want to be thinking about when it comes to Spellseeker. What are the outside of the box things you can add to your hand in order to give you all of this crazy flexibility and, most importantly, add to the fun of your deck? Now, there's also tons of options in green and red, but I've actually never ran her in a green or a red deck, okay? So let's go ahead and theorize some green and red cards to put in here as well, but any type of fireball effect would come under the X spell. Any type of burn spell would fall under the Swords to Plowshares idea, or you could also include your terror type effects, the killing creatures in black. I just chose that effect to go in white. In red, you have the destroy artifacts type of cards. And then in green, you're going to get insane options in green. You know, Finale of Devastation, is that what it is? The green, double green X spell, you have tons of options like that. And in green, you also have tons of ramp cards. You go Spellseeker into Rampant Growth, okay? Or whatever your favorite ramp spell is. There are so many options with Spellseeker. I don't want to say it's infinite, but it's almost limitless. Like, your creativity is the limit here. And, there are so many different effects that you can get to enhance what you're already doing. You're doing +1/+1 counters? Cool, get more of those. You're doing a token strategy? Do that, okay? There's like so much awesomeness that you can add to any deck with Spellseeker, and this is just scratching the surface. So anyway, that'll do it for me here today. Let me know your favorite Spellseeker targets, and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel so that we can go on this journey together. Let's have some fun with Magic the Gathering, do some pack openings, talk about some sweet cards like this, and if you want to really go deep, you can even include cards to go find your Spellseeker. So you get your Recruiter of the Guard to go find your Spellseeker to go find all of these, okay? Tutor for a tutor to tutor for a tutor. And that'll do it for me here today. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Wait. You said you wanted to see the cards that I was actually using with Spellseeker. So you stuck around all the way after the outro to see me add this clip in here. Okay, well, yes, I do tutor for the tutor, but I also run my sweet X spells. We obviously have the real Farfinder in there. But those removal spells, those are mine. Okay, those are the ones that we're using. Fragmentize, Swords to Plowshares, Counterspell. I'm gonna do some brainstorm and ponder a lot of the times. And I'm gonna run all 4 of the blink effects. Ephemerate being the best, Cloud Shift, Momentary Blink, and getting my land from Malakir Rebirth. So anyway, have a great day. Bye-bye for now.